live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Jackson Christian School Superintendent Todd Barney with elementary principal Steve Supta. From the Walton Insurance Group, Rick Walton with from Great Lakes Generator, Celia Croft. From Vermeulen's Home Furnishings, owner Nate Vermeulen. For the All-American Christmas Show, Barb Palmer and Paul Chamberlain. And Grass Lake Holiday Events with Jennifer Keener and Lori Galicki. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, David. Good afternoon, and welcome. Sunny afternoon, looks pretty good, but feels worse than it is. 40 degrees, and Brandon reports it's breezy right now, and we expect gusts this afternoon as strong as 28 miles an hour. Increase in clouds tonight, a low of 29. For Thanksgiving Eve, a 30% chance of showers, 42, a typical fall day. And then for Thanksgiving Day, we could see some snow showers in the morning, becoming partly sunny, high of 39. Sounds like an ideal Thanksgiving Day. And for the weekend, chilling off. Friday, snow showers, a high of only 31. And on the weekend, we'll not get above freezing, either Saturday or Sunday. But not really much of a chance of snow. Maybe some showers on Saturday morning, snow showers, as November comes to an end. And there you have it. Today's weather presented by Kelly Express. They're open on Thanksgiving, so you forgot something. They have it. Kelly Express invites you to try their pizza if you've not done so. It's awesome. They have that at South Street, Jefferson Road, Napoleon, County Farm Road, and Grass Lake. And this month and next month, two-item pizzas for $25.99. And they will feed your family and one or two of the neighbors at Kelly Express. Look outside shows us, I was being honest about the sun. It was nice sunny day. And yeah, very nice day. But it's cold. It's the wind chill.
Windy.
Depending on how windy it gets, you could see wind chills in the teens this afternoon, so bundle up. Today is the 26th of November. It is Good Grief Day. And Brandon, do you know why it's Good Grief Day?
Because of Charlie Brown?
That's right, Charlie Brown. It was on this day that Charlie Brown creator Charles Schulz was born. Good grief, phrase often used by Charlie Brown, the main character in the Peanuts comic strip. Charles Schulz was born on this day in 1922. Peanuts ran for almost 50 years. Unbelievable. The comic strip started on October 2nd, 1950, and it ended on February 13th, 2000, and it stopped because Charles Schulz died. It ran for one day after he passed away, and that was part of what he set up after he was gone. He didn't want it published anymore. Of course, he wasn't writing it anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one could, all the other comic strips, there was a line of succession where new cartoonists took over, but Charles Schulz would have none of that. On this day in 2003, the Concorde retired from service. The supersonic plane flew for 27 years between Paris and New York. On this day in 1983, the Brinks Matt gold heist. Brinks, the famous armored car company, and Matt, they had a company, they had partnership, Brinks Matt, in 1983 in a warehouse at Heathrow Airport in London, 26 million pounds stolen in gold, diamonds, and cash. And guess where they found it?
In a cheap motel.
They never found it.
Never found it.
To this day. The robbery, unsolved, and the loot has never been recovered. 1942, the classic movie starring Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart, Casablanca, that premiered, won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Happy Thanksgiving. Our actual anniversary of Thanksgiving is today, 1789, the first national Thanksgiving in America. On this day in 1948, the first land camera went on sale, better known as the Polaroid. Land, named after Edwin Land, the inventor. He invented this camera, and my dad had this exact camera, just like that. It folded up, and it spit out instant pictures that developed in under 60 seconds, and they had to put little coating on them to keep them from fading. But that was the camera that swept the nation in popularity. It went on sale at Jordan Marsh department store in Boston for $89.75, $89.75.
Back then.
Yeah, well, today that would be like $800 or $900.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it sold out within minutes at the Jordan Marsh department store. So people that went in to buy it saw it was sold out, so they went to up to the cafeteria and had a Jordan Marsh blueberry muffin, the best blueberry muffin in North America. So they weren't totally disappointed. And on this day, in 1917, we've got some sports history for Brandon because he's one of our sports experts. Today's category is the National Hockey League.
Oh, you can throw hockey at me?
Yes, one of your least favorite sports.
All
But
right, I'll do my best.
you might know this. 1917,
Okay.
the NHL, NHL formed 1917 with 5 teams. Can you name them
Maybe some
for
of
$1 million?
them. Chicago?
No,
Really? Detroit?
no.
Montreal?
Yes. For extra credit?
Toronto?
Yes.
Okay.
2 more.
New York?
3 more. No. So I'll give you 2 points for Montreal because Montreal had 2 teams, the Montreal Canadiens and the Montreal Maroons. You got Toronto, Montreal. Now keep in mind the National Hockey League, when we talked about national back in that day, we were talking about Canada.
Edmonton?
No,
Vancouver?
no.
I don't even know any more Canadian cities.
Ottawa
Ottawa, okay. Nova Scotia.
and Quebec. So we had 2 teams, the Montreal Canadiens, Montreal Maroons, then the Toronto Arenas. It's like, what are we going to name this team? Well, we play in an arena. Let's be the Arenas. It was the Ottawa Senators and Quebec Bulldogs. Quebec said, we're really not into it. And they never played that first year. It wasn't until 1925 that the NHL expanded to the United States with 3 additional teams, and now, Brandon,
They should have been called the CHL, not the NHL
It
from
should
the
have been,
beginning, and then turn into NHL.
that's right, this should have.
Chicago?
Chicago is correct. They were the Chicago Blackhawks at the very beginning.
Detroit?
Detroit, yes, and they were not the Red Wings when they first started. They were the Cougars.
Cougars?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Detroit Cougars, and then the other one you already said,
New York?
Boston Bruins.
Oh, Boston Bruins, yeah.
The Rangers joined the following season.
Gotcha.
So the National Hockey League, 100, not quite 110 years old, but birthed on this day in 1917. Now, Today in the J brought to you by Experience Jackson, and we see a November scene of the Grand River. That's actually the Grand River in Concord.
Okay.
Near Concord, yes. So we have just nightlights today. Nightlights is the only thing happening, and that opens today at 5:30 and goes till 9 p.m. on the weekends. It extends till 10 p.m. and it's at Michigan International Speedway. Get your tickets at nightlightshow.com, and you enter off US 12. That is the only entrance. Actually, there's two entrances. So if you're coming westbound, you enter gate 8. Eastbound, use the Graves Farm entrance, gate 14. All the details at nightlightshow.com. And if you've not seen it yet, the Julia Child exhibit at the Ellis Sharp Museum is awesome. It's taken over practically the whole museum, this traveling exhibit, celebrating the life and career of Julia Child. And they will be having special events throughout the exhibit, including a special culinary experience. The students from the Jackson Area Career Center are going to be recreating recipes of Julia Child at a special dinner coming up, and tickets are now available at the Ellis Sharp Museum website. Admission to the show, the gallery, includes admission to the whole museum. Check out all the holiday happenings that are lined up for the next few weeks at Ellis Sharp Museum. And there you have it, Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. Our sponsor of the day today is the Blue Julep, conveniently located right across the street from JTV. They are famous for their cupcakes, and my favorite item is the no-bake cookie, which until this year I didn't realize it was cooked. The no-bake cookie is actually cooked on a stove. So I didn't know that. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I figured it would have, yeah.
Oh, it says no bake. I thought it was just a bunch of raw stuff smushed together. That's why I never liked them. I thought, this can't be safe, but they're cooked on the stove, formed into the cookie shapes, but not baked at the Blue Julep. So thanks to Blue Julep for being with us on the show today. Last night, Crimson Oak Wood Company had a holiday open house. A nice turnout. They're on the corner of Horton and Badgley. Their beautiful store. They've expanded. They've added a designer. They've got some partners that are featured in the store, so you can shop. For Christmas, it's a lot more than just wood. And JTV Sarah Scaife was there with the camera and got some great shots. Place is superbly decorated for the holiday season. Plus, they have a lot of great ideas for gifts and for decor for your own home or office. Check out Crimson Oak for the holidays. Well, today on JTV, a great lineup of guests will be joining us. We have from Jackson Christian Schools, Superintendent Todd Barney, and Elementary Principal Steve Sukta. And we'll look at all the cool things happening at JCS. We have from Great Lakes, what are they? Great Lakes Container, is that it, Brandon? Generator, Great Lakes Generator. Celia Croft, and Celia is with Rick Wallen from the Walton Insurance Group, and they're doing, again this year, their collection of hats, boots, mittens, and coats and scarves for those in need, and you'll be asked to help today. Nate Vermeulen, owner of Vermeulen's Home Furnishings, joins us. We'll preview the All-American Christmas with Barb Palmer, the director, and Paul Chamberlain. And I understand Paul Chamberlain has been in every production of All-American Christmas, including the upcoming one on Sunday. And from Grass Lake, Jennifer Keener will have all the details on the Grass Lake Festival of Lights. And Lori Galicki will be here with details about the St. Joseph shrine that does a live nativity. So all this here today on JTV. Glad you're with us, and we get started right after this.